Hi, Vasily, welcome to BizTalk. That's my great pleasure having me today. How are you?
Hi Max, not bad, not bad. Enjoying, like dark London. But I guess it's the same in Italy right now. It's like 4 p.m. and it's dark.
Yeah, I'm in Italy today. It's pretty black, dark outside. It's more than dark,
So
actually. It's very black, but yeah, everywhere same.
at least you have a nice background. It looks like it's bright.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So let's start talking about your business.
Sure. So my name is Vasily, and I'm the founder of Foogin. Foogin is an online marketplace for wellness-related classes and events, online, offline, pre-recorded events. And our goal is to become the primary booking platform for anything wellness related, whether it's classes, courses, events, one-on-one consultations, videos. Wanted to mention a little bit about the market size. By 2027, the global market for online events is expected to reach $400 billion, whereas the global market for online wellness and fitness-related events is expected to reach $60 billion. And we actually think that this market is way bigger than that because these two numbers I just mentioned to you, they actually do not incorporate or like take into consideration the 2.1 billion population globally with hearing loss, mobility issues, or just simply elderly people. We think this is quite a big market that is definitely like underserved by anything wellness related these days. And so this is in terms of the market size. There are quite a few market problems that we are trying to solve. So like if you are potentially like interested in anything wellness related, your first go-to place is probably Google, and you will be looking by Googling by the keywords. And as of last year, wellness related plus online have been searched by about 9 million times per year through Google. And you probably aware, as like quite a few other people, that about like 80% of people who search anything on Google end up on the website that come on the first or second page. So the second issue is Instagram. Instagram has a lot of wellness-related instructors these days teaching online. In fact, it's about 62,000 accounts in the wellness and coaching. But we did an analysis and we came up with a number of 80% of all the people following this 62,000 accounts, in fact, follow 30% of the top biggest accounts. So the Google thing and the whole Instagram thing kind of like tells you quite a bit of the story that the whole market, when it comes to the wellness industry, is very much skewed towards big companies, big accounts, companies with marketing budget, and companies with budget to set up SEO properly on the website to end up on the first or second page of Google. So what we are trying to build to solve with Foogin is we want to actually help and democratize the market for the wellness instructors and give every single instructor a fair chance of getting clients these days. And instructors these days, in order for them to run any business online, they have to do quite a few things from, like marketing, website, legal documents, sale, a lot of things that they actually were not supposed to do. All of them decided to go into this industry because they enjoy helping others. But in order to survive, they have to do quite a bit of other things. And all of these things actually don't even guarantee any results. So that's pretty much what Foogin is trying to solve, and I think we're already doing this pretty well. So we created a marketplace. On one side, marketplace is a very good tool, and it helps wellness enthusiasts to find specifically what they're looking for by criteria that they're looking for. And on the instructor side, we take away a lot of headache from them in terms of listing their classes and events, bookings, payments, live streamings, follow-ups with the customers after, and even some of the marketing as well. And because we are a marketplace, quite a bit of the traffic that comes to the platform and ends up on some of the classes, meaning that these instructors also get the customers from us on top of the customers that they get from their own channels. So we launched this platform second quarter last year, collected quite a bit of feedback from instructors and from the users, and spent the rest of the year working on the platform itself, making sure that our product is is relevant to the market and can compete with other market players that exist these days. And we also took this time to test quite a few market theories and strategies to go to market to understand what we exactly need to do to get the customers and how much money we might potentially need for this. And we actually still testing quite a few out of the box ideas. So because we launched last year, we already have some initial traction. We have about 300 plus instructors on the platform. We have about 3,000 users registered, for the platform to attend classes. So far, we sold a bit less than 1,000 tickets per classes last year, and we did this pretty much with very, very limited resources. So far, the project has been self-funded by me. Last year, I was working on this project at the same time as having a full-time job, which I left in the end of the year to fully concentrate on the business. So now we are at the stage where we know what's happening, we know how to increase the market share, and we are looking for investors who are as eager as us to jump on the wagon and help us to become the next Airbnb for the wellness industry. So we're currently raising investments, and I hope that your platform would be able to help us to get in front of some interesting people.
Thank you, Vasily. We do all our best. It is. Let's talk. Let me ask you how exactly your customer journey works and who are them?
So I actually think when you say the customer, I actually think about two types of customers, because on one side, the buyers of the product actually wellness enthusiasts, or people who are interested in yoga, fitness, anything like wellness related online. But on the other side, we do work directly with wellness instructors, and I do consider them as our customers as well, because in many cases, they are the primary drivers of the traffic to our platform. They market and share their profiles and their class and events on Foogin with their followers, with their customers, hence bringing traffic into the platform on their pages. But this traffic doesn't end up there. This traffic goes to other pages of other instructors, and potentially these instructors help each other with just sharing their own content online. So this is one of the ways how we getting traffic to the platform. Other ways, we tried quite a few market strategies. So last year we tried Facebook, like paid advertising on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google Ads. And after quite a bit of analysis and quite a few tests, we realized that our strategy moving forward should be SEO. Again, mostly kind of like long-term, just because that's the only way sustainably to get traffic long-term. Obviously, like advertising works. I think with quite a few products, you have a budget to pay, you have customers, but considering how our commission structure works, we charge commission from every single booking, and every lead through paid advertising turns out to be quite expensive for this, unless we have a lot of money to spend and can create a big awareness very quickly and increase the traffic. But I do realize that all of this costs money, especially considering that paid ads have been getting more and more expensive over the last few years. The whole changes with the way how Facebook works and how much data they collect and disclose to the users, also making this mostly kind of like advertising, mostly luxury product for big companies with a lot of money, and making this a little bit inaccessible for smaller businesses like us and other businesses.
Wait, why do you think there is such a need for the wellness, and how do you compete with all these, quite few, even in London, where you are based, in the UK, event platform where you can manage more or less all the events you want?
So your first question was in terms of why wellness and why it's now. I think wellness has been quite a big trend in general. I think maybe over the last 10 years. Yoga, meditation, there were quite a few companies that came up, and people use this one more. I think globally people are very getting more health cautious, overall, and the whole reality with coronavirus and what coronavirus showed us over the last couple of years, that people also reevaluated and understand that a lot of the things they can get online these days, and everything is moving online, and it has obviously its upside and downside, but one of the things that this has is accessibility. If previously you would have to go to yoga studio to do yoga, and with the whole coronavirus and lockdowns, many people realize that they can do a lot of online stuff at home without leaving their homes. And it doesn't mean I'm not trying to say that once this is all over, this is going to stay this way. Of course, I think people do need to have social contact. We are all social human beings, and quite a few people will go back to the gyms, but quite a few people will still start keep doing stuff from their home, because it's just very convenient. I myself canceled my gym membership about more than a year ago, just because I can do a lot of things at home, and previously I thought it was not an option. And so this is one part of the story. Considering that I do realize that quite a few people will go back to face-to-face meetings, events. We built Marketplace with an idea that it will cover anything wellness related, not just online, but also in person, one-on-one consultations, or on-demand meetings, and on-demand, again, consultations with wellness instructors. How we are different to other market players. Most of the marketplaces that do exist these days, I think London, one of the biggest ones is Eventbrite. They're obviously one of the biggest companies when it comes to any kind of events. But luckily for us, most of these market players, they are not specialized on the wellness industry. And I think wellness industry is quite specific, just because if you are looking for anything wellness related, you probably will be looking for very specific criteria. Let's say chair yoga for elderly people next week online, demand-based class on German. And this kind of search, very specific search, you will not be able to do on Facebook events, Eventbrite, Patreon, like a lot of other, little marketplaces out there, just because it was never an intention for these companies to specifically service the needs of the wellness industry. It's quite generic. They're pretty good, like what they do, but they do not serve this niche. And that's where I believe we can help quite a bit. And then also, in addition to this, as competitors, we see quite a bit of software companies that started offering their services to the wellness industry, specifically last year. Again, luckily for us, all the service companies, they provide software. And what we have a combination of the software that helps instructors to automate a lot of the things that they do when it comes to online, and the marketplace. So I hope this answers your question.
Yes. I mean, what about today? Many they take class online. So can your trainers do it on your platform, or they need to move outside in their platform, and not Zoom, whatever they're going to use?
So if we're just talking about online, instructors can purely use our platform. When it comes to the entire delivery of the class about the live streaming, we actually have quite a few options for the wellness instructors. Option A is to use our integrated live streaming, which is free for any instructor to use, and it's very easy to set up. Just like click on the button and the link just gets attached to the event, and the same link goes to the customer, the client who books this class. Or if instructor is more familiar and comfortable with tools like Zoom, it's also quite simple, just copy pasting the link.
Okay. Your prime market is, well, you are in the United Kingdom, so presumably you will be focused on UK, but where actually your clients are coming from?
So we were building the platform initially with the goal of trying to make it as global as possible without like any limitations, and considering that like I'm based in the UK, our initial target was UK and English speaking market. So these days about 70% of the wellness instructors we have on the platform, they are based in Europe and US, Canada. And kind of like the same ratio comes to the customers, so like users who come to the platform. Right now, even though our platform can support multiple languages and multiple currencies, our primary focus right now is English speaking market and Europe and US, Canada.
I mean, you were talking before pretty rightly that, if you go to Google, it depends how much you pay, full stop. And as well, many social like Instagram, if you have big budget, you will run the game, right? The show. So what about your platform? How do you help these trainers coming to your platform to get some traffic? You told already they bring traffic as well on your platform, but how more democratic is your platform compared to the one which is almost completely based on how much you have? I presume on your platform are more individuals coming, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is where we got quite a few ideas from Amazon. Like, for example, when you go to Amazon and you look for products, one of the things everyone is paying attention to is ratings and reviews. So this is how we believe, like moving forward, this will help. This will help the instructors. Every single class attendee after the class, they get a link to give a rating for the class and provide a review. Over time, instructors do accumulate this, and users, when new users come to the platform and they see the list of all the classes that is potentially like meeting their criteria, in addition to seeing what they actually want to see, because we have quite a few very detailed filters, they also would be able to sort classes and instructors by ratings. So this is not something that can necessarily be bought, has nothing to do with the budget. Every single review that we receive, we verify if these users actually booked this class. So there is no way for anyone to create, I mean, there is a way, obviously, like to create fake reviews, but it's quite limited. So I think what we managed to build and the ideas that we managed to put into the platform will give this, like very fair chance to every single instructor to get customers, because in the end of the day, it's not about what these instructors are offering, but it's about what the users are looking for, because the users come to the platform with a specific goal. As like I gave you an example previously, that's actually one of our most kind of like popular classes these days is yoga for beginners, specifically for elderly people. And when they come to the platform, they can put the filters and they can find something that meets specifically their requirements. And I hope this will help, and it will create kind of like the fair environment for every single instructor.
I mean, I'm curious, why do you compare your platform to Airbnb, which is very notorious?
Yeah, I think Airbnb, for me personally, is an example of the company and kind of like as a journey that they went through from like nothing to being the brand that many people know globally and associate this right away when they're thinking about going for holidays and renting the flat and the house. And I want for Foogin to become the same, recognizable in terms of anything wellness related. But as Airbnb, initially, why for me it was also a benchmark. On Airbnb, you go also with the same kind of like specific requirement of what do you want to find in terms of the flat or the house. And you can use this very detailed filters, and so when you see the results, you actually see in most of the cases results that's actually relevant to what you're looking for. So for me, from the beginning, this was a benchmark of how this user experience should be.
I mean, we talk already a bit about your business model. Can you just cover it a bit more?
So the way we are making money is so we charge percentage from so every single class that is sold through our platform, the paid class. We're charging 10% from the instructor, and 10% of this price goes to the end user as a service charge. So normally it's 20% charge is kind of like industry standard across most of the marketplaces. And we tested this theory also quite a few times, and the current structure is what we see working best. We don't see any end users complaining about this 10% service charge that they have to pay a little bit more on top of the price, because I think these days everyone kind of like got used to this. You have this with Airbnb, with quite a few other services as well. But this kind of like alleviates some of the burden on wellness instructors, because wellness instructors, considering how competitive the space is, they do take quite a bit hit in terms of the pricing. And a lot of these people, they do an amazing job. And when it comes to anything online, they actually charge less than in person, even though, to be honest, like it's the same amount of work they do, whether it's online or it's offline, doesn't make much of a difference. But because there are so many people trying to do things online, this obviously moved or like pushed the price pretty low. So this is pretty much our model. We do not charge any of our instructors for any free content that they offer. We don't charge them for free classes. They don't have to pay any subscription fees or like any fees. We make money when they make money. And that's why our goal is to at first help them to get customers, and like if they're successful, we're successful out of this.
What's your plan to scale your business? And what's your vision? Because they very much go side by side.
Yeah. So in terms of planning scaling the business, our plan is to get as many wellness instructors as possible on the platform, and obviously like making this brand like recognizable, and eventually we would like for our platform to become the primary booking platform for anything wellness related. We obviously have quite a few kind of like ideas in terms of how we're gonna do this. I'm not sure if I'm ready to share this right now, because quite a few of them are a little bit kind of like unorthodox, and we're still testing them. So I would not want to kind of like disclose until it's actually proven to be true. But I want kind of like that's my idea. I believe in doing things a little bit differently. I believe in not being able to repeat someone else's experience and someone else's success. So I'm trying to make my own story, and I want to put kind of like my own stamp, my own mark on it. So that's why trying to do things differently in a way.
Regarding the fundraising, how much you're raising and how is it going to be used, the funds?
So we are raising £390,000 right now. So this one basis on the basis of valuation $3.9 million pre-money valuation, and this money should be enough for us to last for about like 16 to 18 months. And most of this money will be spent on onboarding new instructors and marketing, and some of this money will be spent on the further product development. I mentioned to you that we spent pretty much most of the last year working on the platform. We built the platform to where to where it is now, and I think it's it can offer a lot of value to the end user, but there is still a lot of work that needs to be done on this, and one of this works is about 60% of all the users who come to our platform, they do come from mobile devices. And one of the things that we will need to do next year is to start building the mobile app. So the users, again, just for the user experience, to make sure that it's more convenient for them rather than going on the platform. So that's how we are planning to spend our money, and obviously, for the investors who are, interested to discuss this in more details, I have more detailed business plan with every single, item, and can obviously discuss how this money will be spent in more details.
You are a software company where IP matters the most. These are all in-house?
Yep. We already actually just about a couple of weeks ago I signed the MP transfer with the company who was helping me to build the platform. I mean, it was already in place, but we just needed to be in English. So I wanted to make sure that all my documents, everything is ready for the investors when they come.
Let me close with this one. Why investors should invest in Vasily and his company? And how did they exit one day? They need to exit one day.
So yeah, in terms of exit, I'm obviously I think long term it's definitely strategy to sell out the company to one of the biggest players, so potential IPO. But considering the market and all the online trends and wellness related trends, I think this company can make can become quite big before investors need to be accessed through, let's say, through M&A. So I'm thinking that IPO probably would be the best option moving forward, but the time will show. In terms of why not instructors. I see, as you can see, I'm obsessed with our instructors and use them everywhere. Why investors need to invest in us, and specifically in me. This is a very exciting industry to be in, and I think as a product, and I understand investors in this business to make money, have no illusions about this. But I believe that what we are trying to build has a lot of the other side of the story is that the end product and the end service that all of these instructors are offering is something that can actually do something good, for all of us, good for the world, as for our mental health, for physical health. So for the investors who would invest in us, I think it would be something more also ethical for them to do. So it's not just another business who is making money out of someone else who's spending money. This is the service that actually adds quite a bit of value. And in terms of why investors should invest in me personally, I'm quite ambitious. I have quite a bit of experience in the finance sector. That's my background. I spent 10 plus years working for the financial services company. I have financial background. Wellness is my passion. It's something I have been passionate for many years. I think if I had a chance to go back, maybe I would have even become a doctor, but I'm quite happy with where I am right now. And I think I'm quite creative and have always a lot of ideas to try, and I'm passionate about this. I'm hardworking, I am ambitious, and I'm pretty sure that I can learn a lot from investors, but I can also offer quite a bit of value to investors with this business, or who knows what else can come up into my head.
Vasily, thank you so much for coming to BizTalk. It's been a very great pleasure for me to have you, and wish you all the best in fundraising and your entrepreneurial journey. It's very exciting, but it's very tough.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.